Hello YouTube, welcome to another Kips UK Farms lambing vlog. Today we are filming from our lambing shed and we have finally cleared it out and we have brought our first main lot of sheep in, and that's what you can see behind me there. This is our lambing shed, this is where all the magic happens. I'll give you a bit of a tour around. So behind me we have about 30 sheep which are due to lamb in next 2 weeks. They should start in about 4 days time. So now we bring them in just so they don't lamb outside, because again I'm filming this in late January, so the weather's still very inhospitable and cold and wet and snowy and just generally bad, so you don't want sheep lambing in that. So we bring them in at night and then we keep an eye on them. We'll feed them as well. So what does our lambing shed consist of? Well, for a start, it's well ventilated. If you don't put them in a well ventilated shed, it can cause pneumonia as well as other illnesses in the lambs. So you want a nice ventilated shed, the breeze blowing through. One good thing about where we live is there's plenty of breeze, plenty of wind, so there's plenty of ventilation. We have 2 cameras set at the top. We started using cameras in our sheds a few years back, and they've been absolutely brilliant. They're a real labour-saving device. There's not much really to show you in here at the minute because it's just a big square empty room. As we lamb, we will pen our sheep up from that side of the shed, and we'll build pens using hurdles and gradually build more and more pens and move into the centre of the room. It's just a little bit dark in here at the minute as well because we've had a couple of lights go, which we'll be replacing this week. And then just up at the top we have a ring feeder which we use for feeding them silage and hay. So that's about it really. Like I said, this is the first day we brought the sheep in. We had to herd them in using the bike, but once they get used to being brought in, they'll pretty much bring themselves in, especially if it's a cold, wet, miserable day. You'll often find about 3 or 4 o'clock they'll be ready for coming in. Even sheep have the sense not to stop out on cold, winter, miserable days like that. So we have about 30 sheep here to lamb, and if I go over here now, I'll show you, and we have another 10 sheep to lamb, which will be due a bit sooner, which are these few. We've got I think there's about 14 in here, and we've got this sickly sheep here who keeps coming down with twin lamb. She's a triplet. She's not eating enough, so we'll just have to separate her off, give her a bit of extra TLC. So, I don't know if you can see, she looks a bit spaced out. She's not too bad at the minute, as long as we keep her full of sugar. We don't usually lamb many sheep in here at all. It's too small, dark, and it just lacks the space and room of the other lambing shed in the back. We put them in here because we didn't have the other lambing shed ready for our first lot of lambs. So that's about it. So anyway, thanks for watching this. I'll see you in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe this video. And if you know anyone who might be interested in these videos, why not send them a link to them or to this channel. So thanks a lot. See you in a bit.